Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's part 7 of this save where we're managing Maritimo de Madeira over in Portugal. Well, I got sacked in my first job in Portugal, but I had unfinished business, so I decided to stick around, pick up another job, and well, we picked up this job with Maritimo, and well, actually, we've done okay. No complaints at all. 2 games left of the season. The board remit was avoid relegation at all costs. Otherwise, I would have got sacked again. But, well, we've done that with bells on. Let's have a look at what's been going on. So I'm not quite sure that we took our foot off the gas pedal once we knew that we were kind of safe from relegation. The first game off camera was Viz. And basically, I didn't realise who it was. I just clicked the button, watched the game. We won it 1-0. And as the game was coming to an end, I realised that they were top. They've actually got promoted. Well, they've got promoted as champions. So we beat the champions 1-0. And then we had a nice 2-1 win away from home, Leiria. And then we went on a little bit of a weird run. And these kind of things happen, I think, in Football Manager, where, you know, you beat the top team and then you can't beat the teams who are around the bottom. And all of those 4 teams, well, apart from Ferreira, were, I think, second. We got beat 1-0 away from home. So a slim loss there. But the other 3 teams were all around the relegation area. And, well, we didn't do well. But we have bounced back. 1-0 home win and a 4-1 away win. So see us in a nice place in the league. And today we're finishing the season off. We've got, I think that's Braga, their B team, and a Firenze. So watch those 2 games left. Let's have a quick look at the league position. So we pulled ourselves up very, very nicely there. 7th position, 32 games played, 49 points. As far as I can see, we have no chance of getting into any playoffs. I think if we'd have had a decent run in those 4 games where we drew 2 and lost 2, I think we would have got ourselves into playoff contention. But to be quite honest, we'll speak about it at the end of the episode, but this squad's not really up to it. And it's going to be a challenge next season because the finances, let's have a quick look at the finances. I've got no better at all. We're 6.5 million now in the red, in the bank, no transfer budget, and we're spending the wage budget over by about 2,000 a week, although committed spending is 47,000. Next season's minimum guaranteed budget will be 148,000. So whether we'll be able to, well, I mean, if we get that, whether we'll be able to put that all into wage budget, we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, those last 2 games of the season now, we're playing Braga B. They are a couple of places below us, so that's a winnable game. The last game of the season, however, is against a team who are fighting against relegation. And recently we've not done well against those teams. But none of it really matters. And let's get stuck in and have a look at what formation and tactic I've been playing. Okay, I know this tactic looks a very defensive tactic. It actually isn't really. We do get forward quite a lot. I have been playing with the 2 strikers, as you know. In the last game, I played with 1 striker and we won 4-1. I don't think you can take anything from that. As you can see there, my defensive situation, so my 3 centre-backs and my anchor, they all like playing with each other. So that's great. That's great for team cohesion. The striker situation, Badji is back off injury now. I did sign him in January and he came in, got injured straight away. He was out for about 4 weeks or something. But he's back in now and he's looking quite lively. I'm not playing with a second striker because I don't think we've got any. The young kid Lima, 17-year-old, is in on loan. He looks like he's going to be a great prospect. He scored 2 goals in 1 game and then after that we've not really seen much of him. The other lad, this fella here, I signed this lad, 24-year-old. I'm not quite sure. I must have been having an off day. He's not great either. So unless he's got some great potential, maybe. No, he hasn't. Okay, so we're just playing with a one striker. I think going into next season, well, there are going to be... I was going to say there's going to be a lot of changes. Finances are going to dictate a lot. But we do have a lot of players out of contract at the end of the season, and that might give me wage budget to be able to go and bring some free transfers in and, you know, a new striker, maybe a backup goalkeeper. In fact, I need to change that actually. Azevedo has been out for about 4 weeks. We need to bring him back in. But anyway, the team is Azevedo in goal, the back three of Castro, Mendes, Clayton, the two wing backs, Empis and Delgado. Empis doing quite well, got quite a few assists for himself. Delgado not so much. Gomez, the young 16-year-old, is the anchor. Yeah, he's only 16. I think he's going to be a superstar. He's got a value already of 2.4 million. So by the time he hits 20, Lord knows what transfer fee he's going to have. We've got those three in midfield, and it does work well having the three in midfield because we tend to mop up in midfield. Any balls headed out from the defence tend to get picked up. But we've got Tavares, Monconduit, the 34-year-old, who is out of contract at the end of the season. 34-year-old Italian, he will be leaving. And Mateus Indio is going to be the DLP. And I have switched that a little bit. Tavares has been the DLP all along. I checked his stats in the last match and he's created 1 assist. That's all. So Indio is going to be the DLP. And we've got the new lad, Badji, who I've got high hopes for. I have shown him before, but his physicals, very, very good. Mentals are not too bad either. So hopefully he will start banging a few goals in. He has got a few for us, but he needs to keep himself onside. Okay, well, we can sit back and enjoy this game. Even I can sit back and enjoy this game. I mean, I would like to say this will be a very changed team by the time I come back after the transfer window. The problem is I don't have the money. We are very much in debt in the bank, and it's not ideal. Okay, switch to an attacking mentality now. And let's see if we can actually nick a goal here. Monconduit, can he? Yes. Nice, nice. Delgado showed a little bit of steel there. The ball was a little bit short to him, but he actually busted a gut and got in there. And Badji scores another goal, 4th goal of the season. And he's quite good at scoring goals with his head. So when he keeps himself onside, we are working on it in training, but he needs to keep himself onside. He's actually a pressing forward. He's got a 14 for aggression, I think. So, but I'm playing him as an advanced forward. Since I've switched him to advanced forward, he seems to be playing a lot better. Okay, corner now. And I have got short corners set up. It's one of my 3 routines, I think, that I've got set up. Nice little ball to Empis. Ball's fired in, and it hits the post. It comes back to Badji, and that's 2-0 to Maritimo. And the ground actually is, I would say, it's 3/4 full. And I think this Maritimo crowd are liking what they see, to be honest. That was a hell of a shot from Monconduit. He can do that. He's definitely got that in his locker. But, you know, 34-year-old's got tons of experience. So, you know, he should be getting forward and having a shot every now and again. But 2-0 up, half an hour on the clock. Nice header down to Delgado, playing the ball back to Mendes. He's been a bit of a revelation, actually. He's a DM. He's a defensive midfield player. But he can play centre-back. I've told you this before. And he is tall. And in that defensive centre-back position, on a covering duty, he's played very, very well for me. And as you can see there, he's just stepping back a little bit off the 2 wide centre-backs. So it gives us quite a lot of cover at the back. Monconduit now in the area. That's in the back of the net. It's a tap-in for Tavares. And all of a sudden, we seem to be playing like we're enjoying football again. Those 4 games where we had that bad little run, I mean, my word, it wasn't pretty to watch. All of a sudden, though, we're getting these midfield players forward. Moncon do it. I'm kind of half tempted to give him another year's contract, to be honest, because when he comes in, he plays quite well. Okay, so we're going to give them a delighted, because believe me, they've been getting a lot of disappointed and angries. And let's have a look what that's done. Couple of complacent. Don't seem to be too bad. Mendes and Castro are complacent, but we're not doing too badly either fitness-wise. Okay, 70 minutes on the clock. We have dropped into our defensive tactic now. We're 3-0 up. We don't need to bust a gut in this one. So who's come on? Collard has come on. Shigui, who you've not seen at all really, and he's been injured an awful lot. But I have noticed he's on 9,500 a week. And he's got another year left on his contract. So unless I can sell him, I think I need to be playing him. He's back fit now, so he needs to get some game time. Aguero has come on as a DM. He's not really a DM. Gives him a little bit of a run out. And Andre has come on for the old chap, 34-year-old Moncon do it in midfield. So we've definitely killed the game off with that change to the defensive tactic. No more highlights. And we go in 3-0 winners against the Braga B team. 17 shots, 7 on target, an XG of 2.81. And I wish we could have played like that in those 4 games where, 4 games, it should have been 12 points and we actually got 2. We would have been in the playoff positions. And of course they are going to get a delighted for that. Okay, 1 game to play. It is Firenze, and they have been relegated now. Even a win won't do them any good today. But that can work in a positive way for a relegated team. Sometimes when the pressure's off and it's finally, we need to get those points and we're not getting them. And then all of a sudden, you know what, we're relegated. Then they start playing with a little bit more freedom. So it could still be a banana skin. But last game of the season, it is Firenze. And, we'll see you in the dugout for that one. Okay, last game of the season, Azevedo in goal. The back 3, Castro, Mendes and Clayton. We've got the 2 wing-backs, Empist and Delgado. Gomez is the anchor. We need to sort that out because we've got that dotted line between Tavares and Indio, which means that they don't play well together. Unfortunately, where is he gone now? Fabinho got injured, and he's one of the players I brought in. So he's only just coming back on a fitness, so I can't really play him today. Monconduit, the old chap's going to play in the middle. Let's hope he has another very good game for us. And Badgie up front. It'd be nice to see the season, end of the season off with a couple of goals for him today. Give him a little bit of confidence going into next season. Okay, first highlight. It's 23 minutes on the clock, so not a lot happening. But I've gone a bit gung-ho in this one. I've gone very attacking. Why not? Last game of the season. Let's see if we can turn it on a little bit. So Clayton on this side. Nice ball to Delgado. And we're just knocking the ball around. A ball forward there to Badgie. But he wasn't on the same wavelength at all. That was a really good ball actually. And like I say, Badgie just not on the same wavelength. But the opposition now. And that looks offside to me. Good save though from Azevedo, but it did look offside. Not been given, the corner's been given. So plenty of men in the box. I think I'm set for having every player in the box to defend corners. We don't play anybody out. But anyway, they are coming forward now, Lorenko. Great tackle there, but as per usual in Football Manager, we don't come away with the ball. Anyway, we move on to another highlight. So all of a sudden, after 23 minutes, or up to 23 minutes, we'd had no highlights. All of a sudden, well, it's like buses, isn't it? Nice work there from Monconduit, showing his experience. Now this time, that's a better ball, and Badgie puts that in the back of the net. I don't think there's a flag, and, well, the referee's not interested at all, which is unusual, because I think Badgie's had 3 goals disallowed in the games off camera. Like I say, he does need to learn to keep himself onside. But the little bits of training that we're doing with him, I think it's working, because as you saw there, just kept himself onside. 2 shots, 2 on target, and Badgie gets another goal for us. Ball to Mon can do it. Mon can do it. He puts himself about a bit, doesn't he? I'm sure the game is prompting me to give him a new contract, and then next season he'll be absolutely awful. To be honest, I'm trying to build a team of 23, 24, 25-year-olds. So, and Badgie gets another one. Although this time, now this is usually what happens when Badgie scores a goal. The referee's running forward saying, hold on a minute, Badgie's put the ball in the back of the net. I need to have a look at this one, because I'll do my best to try and disallow it. It is awarded. That's the first one I've seen of those. And, well, like I say, those little bits of training that we're doing with him, you see, he just hesitated a little bit there before the ball was played. You just saw him hold back a little bit. It's working. We're doing wonders with him in training. Okay, 2-0 ahead. And, well, like I say, these highlights are coming like buses now. And can we pick that one up? Yes, we can. And we're getting loads of highlights now. Fortunately, it's showing us in a good light. Mon can do it again. Just showing, I don't know whether to give him a year's contract, you know. I'm very, very tempted. Oh, and Badgie hits the crossbar with that one. And that was very unfortunate. Okay, once again, we're delighted. Let's have a look and see whether anybody's tired. We've no tiredness at all. I think we just... or should we bring Shigoi on again? I mean, he's got to earn some of his £9,500 a week. I think he's on twice as much as any other player that we've got. And like I say, he's still got another 12 months on contract with us. So we need to make use of him, I think. Okay, 60 minutes on the clock now. And a little bit like the first half. No highlights at all at the beginning of the half. But then they all pile in towards the end of the half. And we do manage to clear that one. I've come off the very attacking now. We're just on a positive mentality. There's no point in busting a gut. I think this team they're looking like a relegated team, aren't they, to be honest? We're actually fairly comfortable. Shouldn't really have said that, should I? Keeper comes out. Azevedo, safe pair of hands. And there is actually a keeper on the market who looks very, very good. And he's out of contract in a couple of months. Whether they'll give him a new contract, I have tried to sign him, but it won't let me sign him because it says I need to put the transfer offer in. And Unai slips forward there. Ball's in the back of the net. Are we disallowing that one? Nope. Nope. So they have got a goal back. And maybe I should have kept my big gob shut. What happened here? I mean, come on. We've got 3 centre-backs there. One of them's on cover. I mean, how have we let him run through us like that? Shocking. Badgie gets us underway again. Tavares now. We should not be letting players run through us like that. Absolutely shocking. Indio. Ball out to Delgado. Nope, never reached him. Reached him? Never got to him. Okay, I can see this going 2-2, you know. I've got a funny feeling it's going to go 2-2, this. You know, I've stepped off the gas a little bit. And maybe I shouldn't have done. Can we have a tackle there? Oh, he's at the post. Oh, what's going on there? My word. Just put your laces through it, mate. Well, that was a little bit heart-in-mouth time. I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, but... Oh, that's buffoonery of the highest order. I mean, what are we running around there with our hands in the air like lunatics for? Because you play suicide balls like that. I mean, you get exactly what you asked for. Maybe I should be looking for a new keeper. That was awful. Ball hoofed out by their keeper. Badgie now. He's got 2 players to deal with there. And doesn't deal with either of them, to be honest. Ball played inside. Somebody in that midfield needs to get the foot on the ball. And once again, they've broken that back line. Oh my, that should have been 3. How have we conceded this lead? Okay, all my subs have been made now. 2 wing backs have been changed. Fabinho has come on. He's on a fitness, so he should be able to do, 15 minutes. He's going to be the playmaker now. And the young kid Lima has come on up front. And I'm just wondering whether we should go from positive to attacking. I'd like to win my last game. And this team are already in the 3rd division now of Portuguese football. So it doesn't seem right for us to be dropping points to a team who are already relegated. We've had quite a good season since I took over. Let's confirm those changes and let's see if we can nick the winning goal. Well, there's about 2 minutes of time added on. And oh, that was poor, wasn't it? We had, just float a ball into the box. We just fired it straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Gomez now picks the ball up. Valdir, Clayton. Can we get a very late winner to finish our season off in style? Chigui now on his £9,500 a week. It's not bothering me that at all. Fabinho slides the ball. Lima taps it in. But the referee is running forward like this. He's saying, no, Maritimo will score a goal. I need to try and disallow this one. What's he going to say? He's awarded it. Come on, lads. The referee's on our side for once. And this was actually a very, very nice goal. Very, very nice goal. Fabinho just come on, lays it on for the young kid, 17-year-old on loan. I think he will be a very, very good player. But I don't know whether we've got the time to, he's on loan. We can't afford to buy him, I don't think. But anyway, a nice way to finish the season off. We can give them a delighted now. And we do finish 7th. We've been in 7th place now for, weeks and weeks, really. 34 played, 55 points. Not a bad, finish to the season, if I do say so myself. Okay, just before we finish the episode, it's worth just looking at the squad and contract expiries. So we have Jammeh, Monconduit, Garassi, Francois, Guerrero, Can, Samu, Andrade, Marin, Raul and Machado. All their contracts finish in, 30th of June, which is a few months off now. I have had a look through them. I'm not convinced that any of them are worth a contract. Maybe Garassi, but he's looking at his options at the end of the season. So we all know what that means. Even if I went to offer him a new contract, he wouldn't look at it. Obviously, Delgado and Lima are going to go back off their loan periods. So there is a big clear out, and in fact, I think all of those players will be going. And look at the finances again. Yeah, we're committed spending 47,000. I don't know whether that takes into consideration all of those players' contracts expiring. I'm not sure, but that balance, that debt in the bank has got worse and worse, hasn't it? It's about 1.5 million worse than it was when I took over. So unless we get any money for finishing in 7th place in the 2nd division, I'm not quite sure where the money's coming from, other than maybe selling 1 or 2 players. Quick look in the dev centre as well, because that's going to be reasonably important going forward. Ebenilson Fernandez, 18-year-old centre-back, 2-star, with the potential to be 5. We've got a goalkeeper there with 5-star potential. We had a youth intake. It was quite good. Signed 2 or 3 players out of that. But, dev centre not looking too bad. Well, I think we can count that season very, very successful. After having got the sack with Oliveirense, coming to Maritimo and, done a lot better with them. The squad is very imbalanced, and I don't think we have any real standout players. I don't think so. So I am going to have to go away, do some head scratching as per usual. Got the transfer window now. Hopefully by the time I come back, I will have signed some really good players that will take us forward, and let's try and mount a promotion push for next season. But the finances are worrying me an awful lot at this club. And unless I can get those under control, then it's going to be a tough one, I think. It's going to be tough. I think we are going to be looking for free transfers, players out of contract. But you can pick some very, very good players up that way. And we have got some wage budget to spend. On whether I try and get rid of that centre-back who's on £9,500 a week, it's not bothering me at all. But if we could shift him out, we could probably bring 3 or 4 players in who, you know, would kind of add up to 9,500. But I'm guessing the game won't let me sell him. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I think you'll agree with me. Very successful season. Avoided relegation with bells on. Next season, the target is promotion. Nothing else will do, I think, now, really. I mean, at the very least, let's get into the playoffs. But we need to get into the first division in Portugal. Okay, well, we'll see you next time. And hopefully, we'll have a team that's capable of doing everything that I want to do.